Hello and welcome to this live coding session presented by Chuck Oberpfalz. Thank you for joining. I'm your host, Johannes Rabauer, and today I have a great guest from California, USA, Lizzie Siegle, staff developer advocate at Entire. And we'll try to program a fantasy card game with JavaFX because I found out that Sonnet 5 for me does a great job creating some graphics for games. It's pretty amazing. So I want to see that. But of course, the focus will be on Entire IO. And as always, this is live and not scripted. So expect mistakes, but learning is pretty much guaranteed. And also, please ask questions or state doubts, but really any kind of feedback is always greatly appreciated. So let's welcome together Lizzie Siegle. Hi, Lizzie. Oh no, I can't hear you.
I said, hi, everyone. Thanks so much, Johannes, for having me. My mic is not really working, so I thought it worked.
That's fine. It's great to have you. So, Lizzie, you are an ex-streamer, a blogger, and now a staff developer advocate for Entire. And you also have been on a dev reality show, right?
Yes.
How was that?
With developers.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah, can you introduce yourself a little bit?
Yes. I'm Lizzie. I am a developer advocate at Entire, based in San Francisco. I studied computer science in college, and I've been in developer relations since I was an intern, my junior year of college. I used to go to all these college hackathons, and I loved making demos. I loved the atmosphere. It was so collaborative. And I met developer relations people, developer advocates, because they were the ones giving the demos, giving workshops, and mentoring me. Like, did you do hackathons, Johannes? I feel like you must have.
I really, no, I went to one, but it was like online. It wasn't like a community feeling. You just had to program something and then a jury would judge it.
Yeah, I feel like those are good too, because they're more inclusive. Like, doesn't matter.
The online ones?
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, okay.
Like, more inclusive. Doesn't matter your location, and you can work with people across time zones.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, cool. But that, like, I just clicked through the reality show a little bit, and it looked pretty cool as well. Like collaborating in such a short time with a few people on such a tiny space. Basically, it looked fun.
Yes, I have to give a shout out to Jason Lanesdorf and his Code TV YouTube channel. Great educational content. Very unique and fun for developers.
Cool. Yeah, great. So we are here for Entire and Entire IO. Can you give a little introduction? Because honestly, I looked at it and I wasn't sure, and I'm still not sure, what it is about and how it can help developers.
Yes, that is a good question. Entire was started last year. I joined 3 months ago. And we say that Entire is the developer platform for collaboration between humans and coding agents built for the Agentic era. The problem right now, we think, is that agents generate more code than ever before, more code than any human can read line by line in a review.
Yeah.
And PR pull request only shows the what, like it only shows like the diff, but never the why. So Entire helps attach your agent session, your prompts, the reasoning, the tool calls, any dead ends where it got stuck to your code. So it sits alongside your code on a separate branch, because we think that's some of the most valuable context that you produce. And then we store it as a first-class artifact. And this is helpful because, for example, Claude Code deletes sessions after 30 days by default. So we store this so you can continue your conversation months later. So you can hand off your agent session to a different agent or to your teammate or vice versa.
I see. Okay, so this I think makes sense to me because recently I've been using the skill set BMAD method. Do you know that one?
I haven't heard that one.
All right. So it's like a whole structure of skills. But the point is, you can use any kind of skills there. And what it always does is it basically protocols everything. It's logging everything that you talked about, and it's kind of summarizing all of this in a separate folder. And that's great for traceability as well. Mm-hmm. So what you say, I understand, is very similar to this. So it writes in a separate branch, which is kind of cool. Some text files, just summaries and stuff it found out during the sessions, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. Yeah. All right. So that's basically the premise, right? Then we can go to the live coding if you want, or if you want to add something to the concept.
I guess I also forgot to mention we have a distributed Git network. So if an agent is hammering a repo from outside the US, if you're in Germany, it will probably hit like Frankfurt. Or if you're in India, you're an Indian developer or an Indian agent or Indian coding a coding agent in India will hit the server in Bangalore. So this is decentralized versus it's decentralized Git.
All right.
So no single country owns open source. It's owned by the world.
Okay. So so one thing also is it's not, you don't have an AI itself. You are developers are using any kind of AI tool like Claude Code or GitHub Copilot, and they are committing onto an entire repository, or it's basically a Git repository, right?
Yes, entire is built on Git. So it's going to be your same workflow with Git repos. When you git commit, git push, that is when you add checkpoints. And a checkpoint is like its own hidden Git ref. So they exist before a PR is merged, and it can hold context for abandoned work. And it holds like session data live on a separate branch, keeping your Git history and diffs clean.
All right. Exciting. I will love to see what comes out of this. Yeah, okay. So you talked about Swag before, and you actually provided me with a link that I will share right now. Yeah, on LinkedIn, YouTube. I hope it goes to LinkedIn as well. Doesn't show in the chat, but please tell me if it's shared there. Otherwise, I will share it later in LinkedIn. But what can people do with that link, Lizzie?
We will need your email. So our head amazing events person can send you a link to order swag. You can get, I believe, a t-shirt, a hat, a notebook, a pen, probably more, but I don't want to like overpromise. Just
all right.
Off the top of my head. And we will mail it to you. So they will ask for your address as well.
All right.
But the form does not ask for your address, just your email to follow up.
Yeah, okay. but they have to ship it somewhere, so I guess the address is quite important.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's get into live coding, right?
Let's get into it. I love saying let's get into it.
Yeah.
That was like a delay.
Yeah, sorry. Slow connection today. All right. So I originally wanted to create a new Git repository, but you told me I don't even have to do that. So we can start right from that place. So that's the entire homepage, and I already have an account. There was a wait list to create an account, but that's gone now.
That is
Right?
gone. Anyone can go to entire.io and sign up today and get started right now.
Amazing. That is pretty cool. And what I did as well is I wanted to install the CLI, but since these are both commands that are not usable for me in Windows, because that's a bash command, I had to Google a bit and install it through, I'm not sure, what was that? Scoop. So,
Yeah.
but I did install entire, and yeah, that's where we are now. So how do we start?
So we're on the command line.
Yep. Or we are on the homepage. I don't know where to start.
Okay. I would go to the command line.
Mhm.
Is that your project directory, or
Yeah,
is
yeah,
it
right.
a different one? Like,
shall we create a own, right? Entire live coding.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would run entire enable.
Okay.
Login first.
And yeah, login. So that's the order of things. So I have to click that. I'm authorizing. Yeah. I'm logged in. And now enable.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I usually run entire enable -y, but entire enable.
Okay. Okay.
And -y is saying like it can work for all agents.
All right.
So like,
and it's creating, yeah, it created a private repository, I guess.
Yeah, so that will can be on GitHub, and then you can make it public later.
Right. Okay. So far, so good.
And that installed Git hooks and set up the .entire directory. So now entire is watching this repo, and every time you run Claude code or Codex, Copilot CLI, Cursor, Factor AI, Gemini CLI, OpenCode, Pi, etc. And then commit, it will capture that full session. So like every prompt, every tool call, every decision, and links it to whatever you committed.
Okay.
So right now we can open, you do Claude code, just Claude.
Yeah. Just Claude should be enough, right? Yeah. I trust this folder.
Yeah. And then time to start building.
Wonderful. Okay, since this is a small session, we don't have to plan that much. I just want to have a JavaFX application with a fantasy card game. I don't know. Let's create a fantasy card game in JavaFX. Not. Please run login. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah, give me 1 second. I rarely use the CLI anymore because I like the desktop app that much. That's why I haven't logged in for quite some time.
That makes sense. For a while, I was using like the chat, but then I recently switched to the CLI.
Oh, okay. So you went the other way around.
Yeah.
I just find it pretty useful if I have multiple sessions running. I like it much more if I have that in one app and separate tabs or something like that. Yeah. Okay, something.
I keep learning about like different Claude Code tips and tricks.
All right.
What did they say?
Empty aside. Yeah. Oh, don't ask mode. I'm not sure if I really want that. Yeah, well, it did something. It's still doing something. Okay. Yeah. So the way I usually right now I'm really doing I'm always initializing the repository with this BMAD skills. And then there are a couple of skills to brainstorm and to work out a complete idea for an application. And that is such a fun way to get to where you want, because it asks such nice and goal-oriented questions. It's really fun.
Oh, I didn't know about that one, but I use Superpowers sometimes.
Yes. Okay. I did not try those yet, but I heard about them.
Yes.
They are pretty good at asking questions as well, right?
Yes. I had to like tell my Claude.md file, like, don't use Superpowers for everything. Only use it if I tell you to. Because
Okay.
I asked it something basic and it was like, would ask me a question. I was like, just change this one line. Like, you don't need to ask a question about that. But overall, it's very thorough. So good for different projects, bigger projects.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, this skill set that I'm using, it's so fun to use it not only for coding, but to brainstorm any kind of idea or to work out what's on the market right now. So if I have a new idea, what I have to do is find out if there is anything available already that I want to build, and then the skill does that for me as well. And that's just a great experience for me. And then when I go back to ChatGPT to just chat, basically just to talk and bounce off ideas, I feel like this is so shallow, because it only asks one or two questions and then it's hallucinating its way to some kind of goal, but it's not where I want to actually arrive.
Yes. Yeah. We have a Slack channel called Shit My Agent Says. And I feel like different people's agents say different things. Or I shared one recently where I was like, I'm pretty sure it's hallucinating, just like very confidently.
Yeah.
But it just says really interesting things sometimes. Not that I always read the output, but when I do, sometimes.
All right. Okay, it's I hope it will come to an end eventually, because it's only just scaffolding, which shouldn't take a lot of time. Okay, it did write some things. So what I usually use is this GitHub desktop client, because I'm a big fan of that. I'll just quickly open our new repository there so we can see what's going on.
Yeah.
Live coding. Right. Oh yeah, okay. It's already creating some Java classes. It's building a Maven project. I always like that. I never have to tell it to create a Maven project, because it's almost never using Gradle. Yeah.
These are words I haven't seen or heard in a while. I did Android for like 2 years, and I remember.
And that uses Gradle, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm lucky that I don't have to work with that one. Yeah, okay. It's still doing stuff. That's good. And as soon as we are done with like the first version of it, we should commit that, right? And then some hooks will do some magic.
Yes, and you can view that both in the CLI and in the web, on the web.
All right. Okay, is my repository here now? No, not yet. Will that be added automatically? Because these are two projects I added before this session.
They should be there.
I'm not sure if yeah. So, okay. I have to verify that it's me. Okay. Yeah. I only gave access to some repositories, so I have to add this one.
I forgot about the GitHub auth, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get back to it. Oh yeah, and we have that one. Oh, okay. We got Juan Pablo on LinkedIn. Hi, entire team. That's you.
Maybe any entire folks watching, but hi, Juanpa. Congrats on the announcement yesterday. He's at Code Rabbit. They just raised a lot of money, I think. So.
All right. Okay. And then we have a question on YouTube. Is Superpowers similar to Cloud Ops 4.7 with agent mode, or is it even better? That's a good question. So Lizzie, I think it's just very different, right? Superpower is a skill set. It's not a model that helps you get to where you want by asking a lot of questions, basically. And like you said before, that's not something you always want to have.
Yes. Superpowers is a skill that, a series of skills, I guess, that helps your agent better build, I think. You can use it like with both Claude Code and Codex. And it, I guess, like helps with test-driven development. I think it just makes you a better engineer, makes your agent a better engineer, I guess. Via the questions it asks.
Right. It's not like if Claude Code wants to know something, if something is unclear, it maybe asks one question and then it's guessing a lot of stuff. And with these skills, I guess they guess less and they ask more until they really reach a point where it's very clear to yourself and to the AI what's the goal of the whole application.
Yeah, so like they build after they ask questions. So it takes more time for them to start building because they help you brainstorm, like write a plan, write a doc. They do a lot of parallel agents, dispatch parallel agents for different tasks. I think they do some code review, Git work trees. Different skills, tests, just like things that agents don't do on their own. But they probably should, or developers used to, developers should.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of my point, that it's not, you don't always want to have a test-driven development lifecycle, right? Sometimes you just want to create a demo like this one, or you want to make a proof of concept. Then you don't need tests. So I think that's the point I wanted to make, that these skills are aimed at certain goals, and these models, they have to be able to do everything and not always the same goal. Yeah.
Like, as I mentioned, I told my Claude.md file, don't always use superpowers unless I say so.
Yeah.
It can waste tokens, where I'm like, it will waste tokens. It's a lot of tokens.
Right. Okay, it's testing some stuff, so something does not really work yet. So that's why it's taking a while.
I love seeing like the time. It's been like 11 minutes and the token.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's very interesting data.
Yeah. To me, it's always astonishing how much time it takes, actually, because it doesn't feel like a lot of time when you read through it, and you kind of trail off on your own, and then you look at the time and it takes like an hour, and you wonder where that went. That's my experience, at least.
Same.
Okay, all 12 tests pass. That's pretty good. So it's right now it's building the JavaFX UI. That should be done now. No, that's doing it now. Okay. So that wasn't that the UX already? That's the game engine. But this is I think a good example. I told it that I want to have a fantasy card game. That could mean anything.
Okay, I was wondering if I was missing something, where I was like, what kind of game is that?
Yeah. I was thinking something like the Magic the Gathering or Pokemon or something like this, but it didn't even ask a single question.
See, like Superpowers would have asked, and like,
yeah, absolutely,
like would have asked a lot.
Yeah, and if you actually want to go somewhere, that's a good thing to ask a lot of questions. But maybe it knows that. Did I write something about the demo? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Oh man,
you can also, once you push or commit, then you can view the prompts in entire.
All right. Okay. Let's hope it's finishing at some point.
Or if you close the session, you could also continue the session later with entire.
Okay, but only if I pushed it, right?
Yes, or commit.
Yeah.
But sometimes I read somewhere that it can still get prompts even if you had not enabled entire in the repo. So you can get prompts even after. But it was kind of vague on when this could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to look in the docs for that.
Yeah. Okay. It seems strange.
Yeah.
So it's rendering the hand, the human player's hand. Amazing.
Human players.
This one, hand of cards.
I forgot it was cards, and I pictured like a hand. I was like, okay.
But I always try around on the weekend by creating games, mostly with my kids or for my kids. And what happened like two months ago or something, it was always looking really bad. no matter what engine I used, so it could be JavaFX, it could be Godot, I tried Unity, it kind of worked, but it always looked really awful. Like I don't have any artistic skills, so I can't draw anything myself, and 3D objects, I can't even begin to understand those. But what the AI did was always like almost worse than I was capable of. And with Sonnet 5, I think it made a huge step into that direction of being able to draw something really useful. And so that's what I wanted to see here. But it did not yet draw anything, I think. Some styling.
Yeah. It is getting better. I wonder also, maybe like depends on the prompt or Claude MD to make it better.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you really want to play that game, we probably have to do a lot of polishing, like it says here. But we just want to have a first running version and commit that for now. Okay, it started the application.
Fantasy card game.
Really creative with the naming here.
Did what you told it to?
Yeah. Okay. Still just showing this one. I don't think it does any playtesting.
Still room for human in the loop.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's just taking screenshots, I think, and checking those out. And how will I commit and push? Do you always do that through the coding agent, or do you use Git externally as a separate application? How do you do this usually?
I think last month I began, my agent now commits and pushes. Well, I think my agent now asks or does it automatically now.
Okay.
Like they just commit and push.
That's what I usually put in my Claude MD, to just commit and push to main. Because I can't, I can always revert it if I don't like it, but I hate to always tell it to commit and create a merge request, especially for my own projects.
Yeah.
But you don't do any coding for entire, right? You're just not just, but your single goal is DevRel in entire. Yeah. All right.
So I always say I make demos, but I don't work on the product.
Yeah. Okay.
But I will take your feedback back to the team. So.
What kind of feedback?
Oh, like earlier, I think when we first started, you pointed out like it's tough to get started on Windows.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I agree.
That would be nice. Okay.
And in the UI, it was kind of unclear how to get started.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it had those steps, but at first it was like, where do you do that command?
Yeah. I mean, I did all of this at some point, but and I also coded and pushed something, but for some reason it didn't work. But I probably made some mistake, so we'll see how it goes now. Yeah. What is going on? The game window is currently minimized. Yeah, okay, restore it. Yeah, okay.
Huh.
I just wanted to end at some point.
How long can polishing take?
Yeah. Especially since it doesn't, it only polishes the menu, it seems like. So we don't see anything else yet. Yeah, I think I messed with it because I moved the window and I made it to full screen and stuff like that. So it probably doesn't like that.
That's what I thought it meant, but I'm surprised that that would affect things.
Yeah. I'm not sure how the screenshotting works.
Yeah.
With JavaFX. Okay, but that seems a quick summary. That seems good. Yeah, it's done. All right. I mean, we can try it really quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got that game, and we create a new game, and yeah, we have something. Oh, okay, I can use a firebolt on myself or on the opponent, probably. I cast a firebolt, and then I end the turn.
Huh.
Okay. So it's kind of working.
It's working.
Yeah. All right. Enough playing. So what do we do now?
We need to git add, git commit, normal git.
Okay. Normal git. So I always like to use the GitHub desktop client. So this is the init, and we commit this to master. And then we push, right? That's all.
Yeah. And on commit, that session metadata will be permanently written to the checkpoints branch and linked to this commit. So
okay,
we can review that.
Okay, so we have, yeah, we don't, we have multiple branches now. And now
maybe refresh.
This is inactive.
Okay.
Oh, we have to activate it.
Okay.
So we do that for the EU. Mirroring. Okay.
Yeah. So
one commit.
Mirror is kind of like bringing your repo to entire.
Mm-hmm.
So teammates, agents can kind of share that context.
Right.
Agents can clone and fetch constantly, hit host rate limits. So that traffic would go to the mirror instead.
Yeah.
It's like the mirror hosted on entire's distributed Git network.
Mm-hmm. All right. So it got that one commit, and now we can go to analytics. So
honestly, all of it. We should go.
All of it. All right. So it says here throughput is 112,000 tokens. Is that the same thing that we saw here? It doesn't.
I was wondering.
But it's probably, it should be almost the same, right?
Should be.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so it. And that's interesting to me because it's so weird that if I'm using GitHub Copilot, for example, I use a different currency, basically, because they work in AI coins, I think, and well, Claude Code uses tokens. So if I have this token usage for every kind of client, then this is something that I can actually measure. So, so I know exactly how much tokens cost how much. That would be pretty cool.
And if you have a team, like in some of the open source entire repos, I like seeing, I think if you scroll, you could see different teammates and contributors and their token usage. So you can see like one contributor used a lot of input and less output, and another contributor used less input, more output. So then you can kind of see how they're building.
Yeah.
Because high input would mean you like copy and paste from the docs or something. And then low input is like prompt, like short sentence or something.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see how people use agents, I guess. Because like we're all using them differently.
Yeah. I recently also found out that when I use an agent by talking to it, like just the microphone functionality, I tell it so much more, and that's actually I think really good, because I used to write everything down, and while writing I always thought this is really good because I'm just kind of summarizing in my head before I write something down. But I think with agents, it's actually not that bad to have like a lot of words and be not super precise, but more verbose. And I think that's pretty useful here.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right.
Input, output.
Yeah.
It said you had one message, so all those tokens were for that one message.
Yeah. And it truly was. We didn't even get asked one question.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. So all of this stuff, when was what done? Mm-hmm. Okay, commits. So we got one commit. Yeah. No, 2 commits. Okay.
That's 2 commits.
Aha. Okay. Let's see that really quickly here. That was the entire enable thing.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Because that was when they made the repo.
Yeah. Yeah, and it has different settings for different agents.
That was the entire enable -y. It enabled it for all of the agents versus you could enable it for just one.
Yeah.
So that would
understood.
It just had like .Claude, I guess. But.
Yeah. Yeah, really interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
And now, that's the interesting part, right? The sessions.
So you can see who did it, aka Claude code.
Yeah.
And the tool calls.
Wow.
I think is interesting. And like the intermediate steps, kind of like how the agent works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tool calls. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I can filter by tool calls. Yeah, it used some skill. What did it use? How do you... one skill. Run. All right.
After all that, just run.
Okay, but it was actually 2 prompts. Okay. Not sure what the second prompt was.
Yeah, I guess it thinks that was one.
Right?
You didn't write that.
Nope. It's a bit too much for me to write.
Yeah. Like I didn't hear you type that much.
Well, all right. But the responses, intermediate steps, understood. Oh, that's pretty cool. You really can read after what it tried and what it thought.
Yeah. Like how it failed, what it tried.
Yeah.
But I think it's interesting, like in the process, like the process of making this.
Yeah. So, does that help the AI? So if I go into that repo with GitHub Copilot, it knows that there is a branch about the entire these checkpoints. Yeah, entire checkpoints. It knows about this one because it's in Git, and it could theoretically go in there and read some stuff. Is that something that's desired? Do we want another AI to read all that stuff to get better context or to get better history of the repository?
I think so. I think that's important context.
Yeah.
Not for everything, but I do think it should be saved and stored for future use. Like I think like checkpoints might hold useful context for abandoned work, but you want to keep your Git history clean. And I think a lot of this is useful for looking back, like in a month, like why was this made? How was this made?
Yeah. And yeah, exactly. And you could, in theory, go about and just ask the AI, hey, when and why was that module created? And then it could go in there and look for the sessions and look for the prompts, the results. But I imagine it being huge because this is one command. And it's already like having, I don't know, 300 separate text fields, text areas.
And I guess that's like why we humans are not going to review code line by line anymore. And why agents are going to do that. They produce so much code and then they lose context really fast when they don't touch it for like a few days, a week, a month, whatever. And then they can go back to this session log that travels with the code. And they can use that to review a PR and decide, like, is this good enough to ship? Or like, does this need another iteration, another go? And then the agent will tell you that, the builder, the prompter, so that you can tell the agent what to do next.
Yeah. That's really cool. I like the idea. I imagine because I keep going on about some personal stories, but recently I found out that AI still has problems with understanding huge code bases. And I'm not sure that there are some systems that talk about this and try to solve it, but for me it's almost it's just really inefficient because it has to read so many files and build its own context for every session again. And with this entire, you have an even bigger repository because you have so much text. It's crazy. And I wonder if it works well with huge projects. Is there maybe any repository that we can look into, a bigger one?
Could I screen share?
Sure, of course.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I did not prepare for this. It's just a question.
Honestly, me neither. So I'm like pulling it up now. And I'm like, I hope I don't show anything that I shouldn't. But, I show this in demos, like at San Francisco AI meetups. So I'm like,
Okay.
Should be okay.
All right. So are you able to share your screen?
Yes. I'm pulling up the tab.
All right.
I have a lot of open tabs right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see this?
Yeah, I can add it to the stage. One thing I wanted to maybe try, I just tell Claude to make it more beautiful, to draw some graphics maybe. So it works while we can look at your repository. Okay. Yeah, your screen is there. It's very small.
Okay. Should I like zoom in?
Yeah, that would be great.
Is better?
Wonderful. Perfect.
This is my entire homepage. Throughput 4-day streak, but that is not current. Wow. I only use Claude Code. I was using Codex for a while. I'm getting off topic, but I guess this is you can see different agents I've used, different models in Claude Code. Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to go to a bigger repo. So these are open source. We'll go to the entire CLI, like this is public.
Yeah.
See activity. I always wonder what manual, like, is that like human? Probably human. See activity this past week, up 6%. The TLDR, I think, is interesting. It generated, what is this repo?
That's nice. Yeah.
Recent changes, some updates. Contributing. We do have contributors who don't work for us. These are all entire employees. We can see how they work.
Yeah, which agent they use. That's pretty cool. Yeah, and manual is probably just like handwriting.
Yeah. Didn't want to say it. I was like, do people still do that? They're like, yes, you should. So this is the analytics. I think it's interesting. You see the input and output tokens, tokens per message, token usage by contributor, top 10.
Oh,
and this is where I meant, I think it's interesting to see the input versus output sometimes.
Yeah.
Peak hours, weekday pattern, average steps per session, commits. I'm debating which one to click on.
Okay, so these are like normal diffs.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Sessions. I think this is where it can get more interesting. I'm kind of curious about this one because it says pi.
Yeah.
Soul. I've been hearing good things about GPT Soul.
All right.
All the tool calls are other. That's interesting.
Huh.
No intermediate steps.
That's also like even kind of private. So if I talk to the LLM, like I said, if I do that by dictating, dictation, I'm not sure if that's the right word. You know what I'm by transcribing.
Yes.
Then it's kind of a rambling, and I think I wouldn't want to have that somewhere on a website.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay. That's common feedback that we hear, and there is a way to hide your inputs.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, because that's something a lot of people have said where they're like, we
Yeah,
don't want that public,
yeah,
and like that's fair.
absolutely. There was
And
this trend where people tell ChatGPT to draw itself and how they treat it. You remember that one? And it wasn't the most flattering images then,
yes.
because they talked like we just saw.
Here is something that is not quite public yet, but we've been showing it at conference demos. So I'm gonna go ahead and show it.
Yeah.
If I get in trouble, that is okay, but I probably will not.
All right. Trails.
Yes. A trail is kind of like our modern PR, like issue-oriented PR for the agentic era. So you can, I'm not going to make a trail, but you can assign like a task, bug feature, assign it to someone, a priority, and then if I were to click create trail, then someone could just like pick up this trail and start working on it from their command line, from their agent. And there's different steps, merge, draft, planning, and it moves up in steps as you work on it. So building. Let's click on in reviewing. This one. We have trails and we also have gates. A gate is kind of like protecting the merge.
Okay, and waiting for a human.
Yes, based on the confidence level.
All right.
So still human in the loop, and you have to kind of like this check, like it won't go through with it until you say so. And you can also customize those gates with a config file. And we have some example ones.
Yeah. But like these bars at the top, where are they calculated?
They're calculated from the code, from what you're working on.
So you at the entire system, there is also a LLM that is doing some stuff like this, calculating this confidence level, for example. That's not something that the local LLM does, but the entire one.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So the gate could like block the merge. It's kind of like rules that you set to decide whether it's allowed to merge.
Yeah.
Like branch protection.
So is that maybe the good word for it, that a trail is an issue for an LLM, basically? So it does some work on it, but it keeps the human in the loop?
Yes, I would say that.
All right.
It's kind of like a trail, maybe an issue where you describe the problem, and a pull request where you review the fix all in one.
Yeah.
It's like issue and PR combined.
Okay. Right. Okay. We didn't talk about it at all. Is entire open source? No. But there are,
but we have open source tools.
Right. Okay. So, that's the CLI tool. That's open source.
Yeah.
And what about finances? Do I have to pay at some point to use entire, or is it completely free now, or what are the payment options?
Good question. Entire is free now, and the plan is we'll charge for enterprise in the future.
Yeah. Okay, so similar to GitHub, I suppose.
Yes.
Okay.
Very similar. That's this right idea.
All right. But I guess if you're using AI in your entire repository, then you have to pay something at some point, because that can't be free for a long time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Entire can help you save on token costs because we store a lot of memory.
Yeah.
For the user. Yes. That's as an aside. Like that is related to entire spending money, I suppose.
Yeah.
And I'm just showing the README for the CLI, which is, sorry, you mentioned open source. I was like, well, here's the README. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we did not use the entire CLI at all. Why would I use that one?
We have some, or we did, I guess, for entire enable.
Okay.
You can check entire status.
Oh yeah, let's do some things.
Yeah. Should I stop sharing?
Yeah, but I just pull it off the stage. Okay, so here you can. I run it. I don't care. What I really want to do is go in there. So I think it's somewhere here. Project. I'm not sure. Project. Oh no. Give me 1 second. So it's C. And then project and then entire. Now here we are. And now we can say entire status. We pulled that one up. Yeah, okay, that was my last prompt. And it's enabled for all the agents. We started it a few minutes ago. And that's the complete token count of that one command. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else we should look at? The CLI?
Let's see. You could resume a previous checkpointed session. It's like resume like a conversation with entire session resume.
Because now it has all that stuff in the branch and it just pulls it to the local session, to the context of the local session. So I could resume a session that I had in Claude Code. I can resume it in GitHub Copilot or Codex or anywhere. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Like if you exit the terminal, like if you close the session, come back like whenever, you could resume that. What else?
Does that work if the AI runs in the cloud as well? Because that's what I like to do as well. Like not have it work locally, but in the cloud, and then type something on my phone and keep working.
I believe so.
All right. So. I believe you.
We have some entire skills that you can install. It's a separate command, but you do need the CLI, entire CLI to install them. So these skills can help you hand off. Like there's a session handoff skill for cross-agent handoff sessions.
Oh yeah, okay.
Explain.
Session hand.
So, like, you can say like explain why this file exists. Explain what happened, but that's different for like there's like the what happened skill as well.
Yeah, that's cool. But that's exactly the point we talked about earlier, that it has access to all these sessions in the past, and it can find out what happened or explain this specific class to me, and then it can pull all that history from the session. Cool.
I think it's handy for working with a team to be like, what did my teammate mean by this? Or like, when you forget what happened, or like why this was here, there's some provenance to it.
Yeah.
Like, you can search through a session, like a teammate told me a test was flaky, search prior agent sessions in this repo about that flake, tell me the root cause and how it was fixed.
Right.
So it doesn't just search through the code, but also the agent history, which I think has a lot of useful data.
Yeah. Yeah, I see. Okay. So, okay. Yeah, go ahead. Whatever. Cool. What else do we have? Configure. Yeah, okay. But all of these, like, this is not the CLI that you work in, but it's really just a couple of commands that you can use to help you with entire.
Yes.
But it's not like an environment that you work in. That's what I thought at first, but it doesn't make sense, I guess. Yeah, all right. I would like to have it finished. The game Windows lost. Yeah, okay. I click through it myself. Okay, so I do have a pretty good understanding, I think, now of entire, and what the goals are and why is it useful for developers that use AI.
So sounds like a success. Because in the beginning, I'm not sure. I was like, oh.
Yeah. Absolutely. So it's the basic idea, I think, is pretty simple. You just lock everything that happens between you and the AI into a separate branch. That's the whole point of it. But what you made out of this is really interesting, and I think there will be lots of cool new features based on that idea.
Yes, we're just getting started.
Yeah. So how old is the company? 1 year?
Less than a
said
year.
in the beginning. Yeah. That's crazy.
So I think our founders began working on it last November.
All right.
And we raised our seed round in the spring, I think.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
That's really, really fresh. And you probably don't want to hear this, but I think for me this is a definite plus point, that basically I can move away from entire at any point. So if I don't want to use it anymore, that's perfectly fine. I still have my repository and I still have all that information about the sessions in my repository, right?
Yes.
And that's, I think, always a good point, even for entire, because you basically don't risk a lot of vendor lock-in, right? If you going to entire?
Yes, I'm just like, developers don't want to be locked in. Like, we like choice, whether it's like a different agent or a harness, or just, we're living in a multi-model world, I guess.
Yeah, and especially with AI, the world moves so fast. You never know where you are in a month from now.
Yeah.
So let's try the new game once more.
Yeah.
Now it's more beautiful and with
it is
nice cards. Yeah,
I think I missed what you said, but it's what you prompted to make it prettier.
Make it more beautiful and add some nice graphics, I think. It wasn't very professional. Yeah. It's still somehow working. Yeah. Not really sure how it works, but yeah, okay. Maybe we broke it. I broke it. Okay. Next round. Next time. Okay, but what I did was no, I did not yet. Beautify. I think that's a name. That's a verb.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go here, and then we can see the second commit. Yeah. And now we have a manual as well.
Ooh.
This was probably the first one. The entire enable command. Maybe that was a manual commit.
Yeah. It's funny, like, I haven't thought about that. Where like I just like I accept it, or I don't look at it from the same lens that you have, and I'm like, that's right. Like I should be asking that, or like that's a good question.
Yeah. I guess you always move in the same system, then you stop looking at things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool, but this TLDR is really quite handy. And if we look into that repository, view it on GitHub. Yeah, okay. So we don't have a README or anything like this, but still on entire we have a TLDR that's somehow created. And recent changes, that's cool. So I mean, that's not really useful because we only have 3 commits, but in a bigger system, I think that's really helpful a lot of times to not just see the latest commits and all the merges and stuff like that, but really a boiled down overview over the recent changes.
Like it's very succinct, good summary.
Yeah.
Easy to come back to. Like be like, oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and I imagine if you have multiple repositories and you're kind of a project manager or something, you can just click through those and see, okay, what was the last action here, and you get a good overview again.
Yes, and good for teams too, of course.
Yeah, right. Yeah, okay, that's boring. yours looked much more impressive. Messages, okay. Yeah, all right. Okay, I got all my questions cleared up.
Amazing, I'm glad. But also, I'm always here. Like, we're online friends now, so you can always ask more.
All right, I probably will. Do you have anything to add, or something you want to show, or something that you want to have the viewers leave with?
I think I showed off trails, gates, everything I wanted to show, but please follow Entire at Entire.io, and please sign up, and I can't wait to see what you build. Oh, and I'm also going to drop our Discord.
Oh, yeah.
So if you have any feedback or want to talk with Entire engineers, show off what you're building, good community there. And people around the world, including builders, developers like Juan Pablo, who was in the chat not long ago.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, cool. How big is the team of Entire? It's not that huge of a company yet, at least, right?
It is not. I want to say we're around 36 people.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, distributed.
Cool. Yeah. But it's like, is it a startup or is it just a startup feel?
It is a startup. We raised a seed round, so still seed stage.
All right.
But growing. People in the Bay Area, people in Germany, people in Australia, all over.
Wonderful. Yeah. Okay, cool. So Lizzie, I wish you all the best and the company. Thank you so much for showing me all of this. I think it would have taken me quite some time to figure out all of this by myself. And yeah, thank you for showing everyone that views here. Yeah, how Entire helps AI developers, basically.
Yes, all builders nowadays.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. This was really fun.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thank all the viewers. Thanks that you watched and that you participated. And yeah, maybe see you next time. And Lizzie, yeah, have a good day. I think it's pretty early for you in the day.
Noon, 12 p.m.
Noon. All right. Okay, so see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.